Hi, this is Jon Heyman here for Andy's podcast. I am a childhood friend of Andy, and I'm happy to do this podcast about the trade deadline. The big trade happened late last night, at least it was late here where I am in New York. Tarek Skubal to the Dodgers, and what a great deal it is for the Dodgers. I know Detroit's happy with the deal. They got Zaire Hope, who's the number 25 ranked prospect in baseball, excellent outfield prospect, but there just wasn't room for him with the Dodgers. They've got Pages, they've got Kyle Tucker, who probably will not opt out, so they're stuck with Tucker, and they have two even bigger prospects, DePaula and Sirota. Sirota right here from Broad Channel, Queens. Andy and I are from Long Island, not that far from Broad Channel, Queens. Anyway, Zaire Hope is a very good prospect for the Tigers now, and I think they did okay. I know they're going to be ripped for sending him to the Dodgers and making the best team even better. The rich get richer. I get that argument. No guarantees in baseball. I think their World Series odds probably went up from maybe 35% to 50%, which is still very, very high for a Major League Baseball team. But look at that rotation. It is incredible right now, right? You've got Glass now, assuming they all come back from injury or whatever. You've got the top two pitchers, Skubal and Yamamoto, arguably the two best pitchers in Major League Baseball, followed by Ohtani, who is the greatest baseball player of all time, at least in my estimation. And Blake Snell, your number 4 starters, won 2 Cy Youngs. And then Glass now number 5. They also have Sheehan. They've got Sasaki. They've got Robleski, a guy who made the All-Star team, isn't even in their top 5. It is pretty incredible. But let's move on to the trades that could happen today and tomorrow. The deadline, 6 p.m. New York time, 3 p.m. out in California. On Monday, still a lot of good pitchers left to go. Detroit's got another good one, Casey Mize, who was scratched the other day. He very likely will go somewhere. They are an apparent seller at this point. I never want to say never, because look, Detroit is only 3 games or so out of the wild card, and they got a better run differential than most of their competitors in the American League, which is rather rough. But I think Mize is probably the best pitcher now available, best starting pitcher. The starting pitching market's okay. The relief market is pretty weak, and the hitting market is fairly weak, particularly from the right side, where a lot of teams are looking for players. The other starters that are available that are pretty good, I think that Foster Griffin from Washington, a pending free agent. You've got the Mets, 2 pending free agents, assuming that Clay Holmes does opt out, which we do expect. He's not going to pick up that $12 million that he's got left. You got Freddie Peralta and Holmes from the Mets. So the Mets have some pieces to trade. Well, good for the Mets. They might actually have a good day either today or tomorrow. We shall see. Robbie Ray from the Giants will go somewhere. He's been very good. 109 ERA over his last 8 starts. So he should be very, very popular as well. So decent starting pitching market. Relief market very weak. Mason Miller, it does not appear that he's going anywhere now. The Padres look like a buyer. They are in the race. They're only they're really I think within a game of the wild card at this point as I do this. So Mason Miller not going anywhere. Luke Weaver from the Mets may be the best reliever that may get traded. No guarantee there, because he does have a year to go, not a pending free agent. As far as the bats, you've got potentially Zach Neto from the Angels, although to me that might be an off-season move if they do it. Certainly they are listening on Zach Neto, power-speed combo. Do like him very much. We've got some catchers potentially out there. Adley Rutschman, a former number 1 overall pick, being discussed. We see Tampa, Boston, Yankees, Texas all in on